Nice.
Praveen has a lot of speed, and he just put it on display and comes down with the disc in the end zone, making it 1-0. Hammer that zone after a sloppy first point, gets the hold, and now MTB with the chance to respond here.
Nothing can be taken for granted because Ultimate is played with 7 people on the line. So even if you've got 3 or 4 superstars, that doesn't mean that the team is going to do well. Everybody on the line needs to show up and do their little bit. It'll be interesting to see what kind of defense Hammer that zone puts.
Yeah, it looks like we have Karan still remains on the field here, but some fresh legs otherwise. We will see how this offensive line for MTB holds up. With the wind how it is, I wouldn't be surprised to see a zone. And we'll see if MTB hammers that zone.
We've got Krishna also with the disc right now, who's played multiple campaigns for India.
Praveen marking Karan early, that's no surprise. Put the speed on the speed and try to limit Karan's ability to impact the game. He is their go-to player down the field, and there he is taking a deep cut early. Praveen right there. Karan still able to come down with it though. And nice patience there, finds Kunal in the end zone for the score.
Karan also participated in the longest pull competition at Windmill. He cleared the first round. I think he won the first round amongst all the people, at least that I saw. But there was a second round that happened, but unfortunately I wasn't able to see that. And he didn't make it to the final cut, which was just 3 people. So we don't know whether he participated in the second round and didn't clear that, or he didn't play the second round at all. It'd be interesting to ask him and find out.
So the longest pole event is just to see who can throw it the farthest?
That's it. It's just pure distance.
Wow. I would be more interested to see in maybe a most accurate pole competition and see who can get it into the corner of the back of the end zone.
But some of the pulls were absolutely stunning. I mean, there's a guy who pulled it. So it starts at all the rules for regular pull. I mean, you've got to pull from behind the end zone line. And a couple of guys pulled it outside the field. So that was some real power on display. And there's no wind at their backs or anything.
Wow. They should try to pick up disc golf. As we hear from the players on the field, a zone is now being put on.
Nice throw.
A beautiful high release.
Confident high
to
release.
Completely break the zone.
There's an open goal in the end zone there, but unfortunately the disc got turfed. Hammer that zone, moved the disc beautifully. Just with a couple of passes, they were able to go up the field. Krishna not able to run that disc down. I am absolutely sure that if it had been grass, he'd have laid out there.
Yeah, this field can be intimidating. MTB sticking with the 3-person zone, forcing them forehand. Praveen with the disc. Oro directly behind for the dump. Another over the top to immediately break through that cup. Ooh. Raman 414 with the disc. Coincidentally, 414 is the area code for the town that I lived in the U.S., in Milwaukee. Shout out to the 414.
Good patience shown here by Hamad that zone. And some really good high release throws. Walk it through, walk it through.
But don't travel.
Both teams holding offense so far. It's on serve and the score is 2-1 to Hamad that zone.
Beautiful over-the-top throws there to break the cup early. The defense never really had a chance to set up, and Hammer That Zone moved it very quickly and effectively down the field.
Hamad that zone. 2-1.
The wind is picking up here. It is a crosswind on the field. The wind is coming towards the camera here, so expect the disc to float to the front side of the field, or the close side of the field.
I think the offense look, let me try and make a prediction. It's going to be swing the disc and then hug to Karan.
That's your prediction?
Yes.
Yeah, Karan and a lot of these members on the MTB team like to do the dump and then immediate huck, immediate run. And it really makes it hard for the defender to stay with. You have to make sure you're not watching the disc and you're always on your toes ready to run downfield.
Contact has happened on the throw, and I think Karan called foul, but the mark is saying that he didn't move. And a lefty release there by Karan to score as an assist to one of his female receivers. So my prediction was completely wrong.
Yeah, they haven't been seeing many female players get the disc so far for MTB. We'll see how that progresses throughout the match, but that is a score for one of the female players. Great to see them getting involved.
But I'd still like to see MTB use the female players a little bit more in the build-up play and not just in the finishing aspect of things. Hammer That Zone He's playing some really structured offense. Clean, swinging the disc well, making proper dump cuts. And that is a hug to Karan for the finish.
No surprise there. Karan on D-line, immediately going deep with the height mismatch. And a nice put. Floats it with the wind right into Karan's awaiting arms. And that is our first break of the match. MTB takes their first lead, 3-2. Flip. Opposite.
That's a great pull there by MTB, landing the disc in the end zone and making it roll out from between the end zone cones. So it has to come in at the sideline corner, and immediately putting pressure, just stopping the in cuts. And it was against the wind, and that was always expected, especially when you stop the in cuts. The priority must be to move the disc away from the sideline at all costs.
The disc rolled out of bounds on the far sideline, so that is where it will come back into play. A nice in cut there on the far side. Another up line. Gets it at the peak. Looking to swing. And connects on the swing for an easy score, and that's another break. 4-2 now. Again, all set up by that great pull. It appears there may have been a timeout called on the field. As the teams quickly huddle up, regroup, gather themselves, and settle in here. We got Hammer That Zone, starting to get some sideline cheers going to bring up the energy. Another great pull, this time reeled in by Praveen. Very great movement here with Oro to get them started in their offensive set. We had some pretty tight defense there. No foul called. And that's a turnover. Karan trying to organize the offense here. MTB setting up in a nice vertical stack with one handler back here looking for the around. Takes the up line, covered there by Praveen. Gets the nice inside shot there. And a great decision to go for the swing continuation, but it's just outside the reach. And there is a call on the far side.
How's the defense calling?
May have been a pick call. I'm not quite sure what the call is, but the disc did hit the ground and the turnover would stand. Let's see if the players talk this through here.
Unless both teams agree that play would have been affected, the disc must not go back and the play must stand. Oh, that's a nice grab and landed in the end zone.
That's tough. You should be able to see his footprint there in the dirt. And good spirit.
Oh, out of bounds called.
Oh wow. Nice.
Good hawk, good look. Oh, but not red. Oh, it was too far. A little bit too far. But fantastic pull, huck there by number 7. What happened?
We see Karan picking up the disc again, and they're back in their vert stack formation. Their cutters are a little bit close together in the vert stack, which almost questions, is there going to be a pick call very soon? And it actually looks like Hammer That Zone is running some kind of poachy zone defense, which is going to make it very hard for this vert stack to be effective. It seems like a great strategy to try to get MTB out of their comfort zone here and try to turn the tide of this match.
That's a nice put and read well by the receiver. 5-2 to MTB.
Kunal there with the score. Very nice concentration. That's not an easy catch to make, especially when you have to take your eyes off the disc and adjust your body. But he does come down with it. 3-point lead now. Oh, and now a timeout is called by Hammer That Zone. So there will be a stoppage here. The teams will discuss how they can improve. That's 3 straight breaks and 4 straight points for MTB. And Hammer That Zone in an early hole. Let's see how they respond. It looked like they had a female deep there in their zone. I'm questioning if that's going to continue to be an issue if we have the likes of Karan and Kunal and Ritwick going deep. They have great throws and they like to use their men. So they may have to make an adjustment there and maybe have Praveen come back as deep and make the team work it up the field instead of getting bailed out with some of these easier long hucks. Anything else, Pixie, that you can think of adjustments here?
I think they definitely could try putting some kind of a zone, maybe a cup, and just to see how MTB deal with that.
We have Zen over here as the coach of Hammer That Zone in the red rain jacket. We'll see what adjustments he makes. On the far field of this live stream, we have Field 2, which features the 2 seed and the 3 seed clash. That is the Bits A team and the Slip Disc A team battling it out for a chance to play in the finals. finals will take place at 3:30 on this field here. And we'll see if Hammer That Zone can make a comeback and try to secure a place in the finals.
I think the bits and slip disc match will be a little more evenly contested. And unfortunately the disc was dropped.
It seemed the wind kind of pushed the disc down there. Praveen didn't quite get set and the wind punished him.
A lot of teams make this mistake where when a pick is called, the offense goes back to where they were originally, but that isn't what's supposed to happen. If it's an uncontested pick, the defense catches up with the offense, not the other way around. Ooh, an unfortunate drop there by the MTB girl. Hammer That Zone have a chance now to maybe send a quick huck and finish the point.
A lot of contact on the disc mark there.
I would say that's a bit of dangerous play there by the MTB girl, but not out of intention, and just a little too hasty there on the final pass. You have to keep your nerves about you, especially when you reach the end zone, and give the disc height when you're throwing with the wind.
Yeah, with the wind like this, every throw requires a complete pivot in proper form. We see a very floaty huck go up. I expect Praveen to come down with it, and there he does. Nice use of his body to shield the offender and get the D there. Now working it up on the far sideline, which is great to see. Trying to get it on the break side of the field here. Doing an amazing job with just women. Women for 5 straight passes at the doorstep. Looking straight to Oro for the dump. We get a nice upline cut, and Oro hits Rahman for the score with an acrobatic catch, keeping his toes in bounds, and Hammer That Zone with some life. The playing conditions seem to be a bit better today than they were yesterday. Yesterday we had a lot of rain, and that's affected the field conditions. It's a little bit muddy. The other live stream match we have right now between the 5 seed and the 8 seed is happening on field 3, and that field has become close to a mud pit, unfortunately, due to the rains all throughout the day yesterday, which you would have seen on the streams. This field here has managed to stay in pretty decent shape, and the sun is out today. There's less rain, still windy, so conditions still playing a factor, but much improved from yesterday. Nice day to be outside. Come check us out in person if you're here in Bangalore and you want to catch the finals.
Good intense defense by Hammer That Zone. They didn't allow a free first pass, which is what you'd want after a good pull. A little too high, but the hammer that zone defense couldn't get there in time. And that's a hug to Karan to finish.
Karan with the nice deep cut there, lost his defender. Some tips for viewers at home on playing defense. Always try to keep your eyes on the person you are defending and not the disc. You could see a few times there, number 33 started disc watching, and Karan took advantage, made a few quick jukes, and completely lost his defender because his defender took his eyes off him.
But I really wish Hammer that zone change up what they're doing on defense, because it doesn't seem to be working. And even if another strategy wouldn't work, it would at least make MTB think of offense in a different way. Make them try something apart from what they're doing, which is just hucking it to Karan for the score. That's a bit of a high and short pull. And that was well read by the MTB defense. Oh my god, that was one of the easiest drops you'll ever see. Uncontested in the end zone, chest height. You only put that down to her taking her eyes off the disc at the last minute. Number 33 is running all over the place.
They're just completely poaching.
Nice bid by Oro. It's a fantastic grab there.
Two people. Oh my god. Just throws it. Unfortunately misses the wide open players in the end zone. Throws it into the poach, but Karan gives it right back. Praveen with the nice help. Throws it up to 33, the tallest player on hammer that zone. Goes up in the air and gets it. A nice throw to Oro, and she can't quite come down with it. It's a little bit too high. And now MTV correctly catches their breath and waits to set things up here. An immediate huck to Karan. Karan catches it, not quite in, looking for some help.
And another drop.
A lefty backhand may not have been expected by his female teammate there, and another uncharacteristic turnover. Two easy chances. While the team waits to pick up the disc, Karan looks like he tripped over the cleats of another player, and he's down trying to stretch and retie his cleats. We hope he's okay. Looks like he's back up. That's good to see. And now Oro is taking an injury call. And we have a new player from Hammer That Zone get onto the field. And at the same time, Karan uses that as a chance to also take an injury. And Krishna comes in to take his place. And the disc is live again.
A lot of ADC folk on the ground today, at the ground today. Like those two.
Yeah, we have Ram and Vaishnavi from ATC coming here to cheer on Saptavyuha, the Coimbatore team. They were some of the original founding members. MTB gets the disc back, far sideline. Working it up the fore side, very close to the sideline, keeps his feet inbounds. Ooh, the female poach almost gets it, but just out of her reach. And they're able to sneak it through for the score. +1 MTB. So it's 3 minutes in. Yes. Yes. The score is now 7-3. We will have halftime at either the 40-minute mark, which is in about 5 minutes, or if either team hits 8 points. So we expect a halftime will be coming soon. Pixie, maybe you want to go talk to Zen at halftime and see if they can make some adjustments.
I'd have loved to, but I don't know if I should. Maybe you can just tell him, try a zone. What do we got to lose?
And the pull, very nice pull. Oh, nice first pass and amazing defense and halftime. A beautiful play. Wow. And that is why you run down the pull at 100%. Incredible effort and completely rewarded Sibaram with the sensational play. Almost had a Callahan there. Gets it up to Krishna for the easy score. Wow. 8-3 halftime. MTB running away with this. Let's see how Hammer That Zone can respond here. Halftime will last probably about 3-4 minutes here, so take this time to check out the other live stream. We have the BITS Hyderabad team as the 8 seed playing against the SKYWALKERS, the Christ College from Bangalore. Go check out that stream if you don't want to miss any of the action. Otherwise, stay with us here. Grab a snack, grab some lunch. Send us some questions on the chat. We will monitor the YouTube chat here. Try to answer some questions. And we are back, hammering that zone, making it apparent they're trying to bring up the energy here. Their sideline is excitedly cheering, hammer that zone. And the pole unfortunately catches the wind and goes out of bounds. So the disc will start on this close sideline here even before half.
Grant, can you take a photo of this screen? Hammer that zone, being patient with the disc. Oro hucking it in the end zone. But though, I think under ideal conditions that would have reached its receiver. But the wind pushing the disc down into the hands of the receiver.
Good patience. Oh, a beautiful upline. Good swing. Another beautiful swing all the way over to the break side. That's exactly what you want to see. Another swing to the break side. Now the entire field is the force side, makes it very easy for the offense to flow. I see a female cutting deep, and wow, Oro comes over for the help just out of her reach. An amazing concentration by the female cutter to haul that disc in and score. We're getting some good energy here from the hammer that zone. Good spirit, trying to keep their team up and energized, reminding their team that they do indeed got this. We can use this time to give a few shout outs to our sponsors. HMT is the tournament sponsor. You will have probably seen their logo pop up quite a few times here on the live stream. We have Usha is our disc sponsor. They've partnered with UPAI to provide us discs in the past, and once again we are using all of their discs here for the game discs. So thank you, Usha, for the discs. We have the Rhapsody Cultural Fest still going on this weekend. That will end tonight here at the IISC grounds. And we got to give a lot of love to the IISC community for letting us host this tournament in collaboration with the Rhapsody Cultural Fest. This has been a great weekend. Thanks to all our volunteers, especially those part of the UPAI organization who helped to give the tournament directors some support here in setting up this event. It takes a lot of logistics and effort to bring large events like this together, so thank you to all of those involved.
I see a van there. What are they selling anything? What are they selling?
We do have the merchandise van had just pulled up. We have a lot of players swarming the van to get their free goodies and free swag. So if you're listening and you're a player, feel free to come and grab your stuff. Volunteers also get some free things, I'm being told. We see Karan with a very athletic defense there to sky the defender and corral the disc. Gets the disc back on the swing. We got his brother Sagar going deep, looking for that brotherly love, but Praveen shuts it down. Not today. Takes a nice in cut. Another beautiful continuation to the far sideline. Great quick movement by Hammer That Zone. Oro right back.
Nice flow.
Oh, the best flow we've seen all day from Hammer That Zone. And an unfortunate drop right in the end zone. That was beautiful ultimate.